here we go. Topics. Let me think. This is not easy. You have to, it starts out kind of slow. Okay, first of all, I've got to revise book review. Do you know that you can get your review published? If you read a book and you write about it, you can get it published on the web at Amazon.com. A lot of kids get their book reviews published there. So it's a good thing to do. What else should I write about? You know, my son recently has been talking about, he's 6, just lost his front tooth. I should probably write about that because you know how when you're a little kid, you forget things or you forget what happened when you were a kid unless you write them down. And it's such a precious story about how we tied a thread around the tooth and then attached the thread to the door and then closed the door.
That's what you did? That's what you did?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
The first 2 times the thread slipped off and then the 3rd time it stayed on. And I remember he wasn't sure whether to be happy or not. He looked in the mirror. And then after a while when he thought about the tooth fairy, he thought, oh, this is great. So I'm going to write that down, the story down. And then later on when he's your age, I'll read that to him. And I hope he enjoys that story. So the loose tooth, I'll call it.
How about this? No, how about this?
Well, it doesn't matter. It's just a topic idea. And what's your name? You can tell me. Chris reminded me of this gunfight thing. When I was in Mexico, I was talking with some guys, and the guy I was talking to said, "Hey, look at those girls are ugly over there." And he said it loud enough so that the boyfriend of the girls heard. And he came back and pointed a pistol right at my friend. And my other friend took off. That would be a great story to write about. Okay, so gunfight. I'm gonna have to. You have to wait to find out until I finish that story to find out what happened. Okay, what else can I write about? Let me think about my life.
Your degree.
You know, there's this book that I've written that I need to revise in order to publish it. I'm going to have to write about, it's about technology and reading. Actually, it's about literacy. 5. What else? Did you have a, yeah. You have an idea for me?
Yeah. Okay. How about your first bad report card?
Geez, I don't know. I can't recall first bad. No, well, actually, maybe that's a good one for you. Okay, wait, put your hands up. Mostly, when I think of topics, they're topics for me, right? And sometimes topics that other people are not appropriate for me. You know what I've often wanted to write about? When I was a kid, there was this abandoned house not far from us. And I remember we used to sneak into it and walk around, and it was dark, and the stairs would squeak, and we'd fall through the stairs sometimes. So, haunted, right, kind of a haunted house. And you know, also I have this book about my mom. Like my mom, I wasn't really sure what kind, I loved my mom, but I wasn't sure why I loved her. And so I wrote something to talk about all the things that my mom had done for me. And I need to revise that book also. Boy, you know what? I'm going to stop at this point and allow you some time to think about topics that you would like to write about. You have some, Mary has, Mrs. Svigos has some folders, and let me just show you what they look like. On this side, there's what they call a topic sheet, okay? And you need to write down your topics. And then You don't have to write about these topics. They're just ideas, and you can choose from those topics to write about. You understand? You don't have to read, you don't have to write about the topics you write. It's just to have a bunch of ideas ready to write about. And then, we'll talk about the log later, but you can put your name in the very top section here. Are there any questions about how to do this? Then we'll let you go ahead and write the topics. If you have a question, Chris? No? You're going to give me, go ahead. Oh, Luisa Gonzalez. Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah, she was overwhelming. Well, anyway, that was at a summer camp. You're right, that would be good. Luisa Gonzalez, I can write about her. In any case, maybe you have, oh, I have a bunch of folders. Right, did I? Thank you, Mary. I got to write about, that would be good. Eloisa. Don't tell my wife, though, okay? I don't know if I'll be able to publish this one.
She'll be like, who are you writing about?
I know. That's what she would say, right? Okay, here we go. You can sit down. I want you to write some topics. Think about your life. Think about books. Like here, I got a birthday party. Think about experiments. Think about things you think are not maybe information that are right in school. Think about exciting things that have happened to you. Think about story tales or fairy tales that you want to tell in a different way. Just like this one, think about things that have happened to you, and you can feel free to talk with each other about ideas that you have, and maybe that will spark ideas in other people. All right?
Do you have to write 22 ideas? No.
No. No. You sure don't. Big pardon? As many as you can think of. And also, if you would, I mean, Mom is not a very, I mean, I should have written why I love my mom, something like that. It's better to write a number of words about the topic rather than just, okay, I'll write about my mom, my dad, my brother, my brother, my brother, my brother, my brother, right? I mean, you think of a story or something you want to tell about them. Okay, go ahead. Did you know how to swim? No. Your dad?
That's not how you learn to swim. That's how you learn to drown. Chris, come on, let's see what you got here, bud. First girlfriend. Excuse me? Sure. You almost drowned. Put it almost. You're still here. If you drowned, you would be here. ISD.
Let me get you in a conversation with the kid.
Okay. Let's see. I'll go over here with these guys because they were talking earlier.
Right.
Can you get them?
I'm gonna.
Okay. Robert, Boy Scout camp? Okay, camping with who? Your family?
Yeah.
First time you shot a gun. These are all hunting things then, okay? It's family?
I've never been hunting.
You haven't?
Okay, first time I went, what's this one, fishing?
Yeah.
So this is all with your dad? Pretty much with your dad? Most of these things are with your father?
With my uncle.
I love fishing.
How many days at camp?
6 days.
6 days? Might want to put that in parentheses. Chris, come on, take your seat.
Okay,
How about you, Josh? What you got here, buddy?
parentheses is this.
You got it. You got it. That way, just to remind you how many days you were there at camp, okay? Your 7th birthday, how come that's important? Just thinking about it? It says I spot my... Really? You got a scar?
Andrew.
5, first camping trip with your mom and dad? Fishing too? Okay. How about you, Andrew? What you got? Okay, you just went there. That was just in September, right? Beginning of September? Do you fish with the Lyles? You go fishing with Garrett and these guys? Okay. You gotta mention them. Because Garrett's sort of a friend, isn't he? Oh, did you get suspended for this? Is this here at school? Okay. Okay. You're just like Robert. Okay.